And how do we then step beyond the fear of being that magnificent one that we're becoming?
We would say in these now times you recognise it would be getting easier and easier. Now you would perceive that to say it's getting harder and harder in another sense because of what is then reflected to you through the experience that is playing out. But there is such a supportive aspect of who you are, higher self, whatever you choose to call it, aligning you and clearing this. It is vibrationally who you are now. You are expanded, you are clearer. Then there is that sense of, I'm not so afraid, I'm not so fearful. And the fear is just, I'm not so in my mind in that experience of limitations. I'm not choosing that path. And then we would say there are ones that embrace that path. That's my comfort, that's my joy. I feel safe in that experience. So there is nothing wrong with it. It's that choice. You are just one desiring to step into a place of love that is defined by releasing the old fear paradigm, the old fear construct. It's that I'll take that leap. Taking the leap, it's breaking that cord in that sense of the fear. Interesting that it is to place yourself in a position that is, of a sense, taking a leap that can be perceived as fearful to break free of fear. So that's the difficulty. That's where you feel that there's that moment. I feel this moment to take this opportunity to become something more. So then it's trust. Then it's, I can do this. I'm not afraid to make that next step.
Because all I am becoming is the magnificence of self.
And as you spoke that, feel into that, and then feel it, and then you shore it up and say there's nothing to be afraid of. So the shoring it up gives you that gift to say there's nothing to fear. I can do this, and the energy expands, you become more, and that expansion is the supportive breaking free. That is what you are desiring.
It's really nice to know too that as we surrender more and let go of those fears and allow ourselves to take that leap, that we are being supported by higher self. I know we were never alone in truth, and it's just lovely to feel that we are being guided in that way.
And wonderful, because there is so much support for you. And recognize that support comes in all manners of awareness. Even in the awareness that ones that are perceiving that I'm actioning, I'm working, and I'm working longer, and it's more challenging, it's more tiring, it's exhausting. All of that, that's that supportive gift to align you to recognize it's not working anymore. You're not attuning to that vibration. And the expansion rate and the upliftment that is being supported and gifted to you as you then gives you that opportunity to say, it's not because something's going wrong, it's because I'm awakening to a greater sense of truth. I'm awakening to a realization that there is something more. And that's where we say that's the love. That's the opportunity that I'm breaking away from an old understanding, a vibrational experience that no longer serves, and I'm attuning to a new one. I'm attuning to a crystalline, more amplified spiritual awareness in that sense, in what we would say a truth that is to be revealed.
And it becomes that truth as we allow ourselves to surrender to love.
That's the fearless steps that you take. I can surrender and the support will be there. I can trust in this knowing of who I am, that it holds all the magic, and that's prosperity, that's freedom, that's joyous action in that understanding. But it is playful, and it is such an exciting time to give yourself that opportunity of playing within it.
And that's the flip, isn't it? Because in the old ways of being, we sourced things from outside of ourselves through action. And now we're shifting into a time where we are sourcing things from within us. From within, we are being that love and being that empowerment and being that prosperity and that freedom and knowing within, and then it simply gets mirrored back in our reality to us to show us that yes, we are that.
An awareness of a time, a creative experience of separation, to now knowing yourself in a state of oneness. And to remember that from that place of separation, there was so much in the calling forth of desires that you brought within who you are. So when you step into that oneness, there's the celebration. Say, thank you for all of that. Do not give the energies to what was perceived as something that went wrong or was not of love, but of otherwise. It's let that go. It's here I am in this now moment, and look what I have created to now align within the magnificence of who I am, to play within in a sense of freedom, a true prosperity, a true abundance. That's the empowerment, prosperity and peace Dragon Council brings forth again and again.
That's where I want to play.
And as you feel into those steps that we spoke of, that light that you are, I am that I am, I am valuable, I am deserving, and I feel it, and that feels good, and I know it, and then I step forth again and again, then you are right there, you are right on track. That's the choosing to play into and carry you forth. You do not know fear. You can be the one that, I see something out there that's playing out into what can be perceived as fear, but it's not of me. It's not my experience. I let that go.